This is your captain speaking. What do you think? For some reason, my Xbox keeps resetting my skin. So I have to pick a new one every time unless I just want to be Steve. I don't want to be Steve. So today, I'm a pilot. Captain J. Slay. We will be cruising at a comfortable altitude of level 70 today. Please keep all hands and arms inside the cobblestone house while it is in motion. Welcome back, guys. Episode 2. I just want to reach out and say thank you to, the few people who watched my video, left comments. I was actually surprised. I thought that I would just end up posting that and, it was just for fun. But you inspired me to make another one and see where this goes. So thanks again. We're here on the inside of the house, which I'm not sure I showed you the last time. So as you can see, I just got it pretty standard here. A little cooking station, crafting table, bed, some storage. I'm a storage freak. I like things to be organized. To be honest, this isn't even as organized as I usually am, but I don't have a ton of stuff yet, which we're gonna fix today, ladies and gents. We got a couple of plans today. Let me just make it daytime, and we'll be right back with you. Okie dokie. So, in addition to the interior, I did do a little bit of work off camera, just kind of some of the more, boring stuff I didn't really figure you'd want to watch. So let me take you outside real quick and just show you what we've done, and then I'll let you know what we're up to for today's episode. So, you remember down this way is where I had started that little mine. So I just did a little path from the front door, nothing too crazy. Put in some oak slabs and some coarse dirt here. If you don't know, you can make coarse dirt by blending gravel with just regular old dirt, and it turns into coarse dirt, which gives it a nice texture. Remember I talked about the texture on the cobble walls that I like to do. I like to texture everything. I think it makes it more realistic. So again, just a basic path block. This is typically what I use, some oak, some coarse dirt when I'm doing a path block type walkway. I put some bushes around it, a couple fence posts here and there with some torches. I added this beauty here, just a little decorative fountain. I'll probably turn this into an infinite water source, but there is plenty of water over in that direction. I'd want to get some mossy stone worked into this, because anytime where stone is meeting water, I always envision it being mossy, right? Like stuff's growing on there. That's what happens in real life. So on that note, I chopped a couple vines and I just made this super basic little I don't even want to call it a vine farm, but I guess that's what it is. A vine farm, just a log that I propped up and hung some vines on. So as that grows, we'll be able to shear them off, put some more on the other side so that we have a vine supply for all the mossy cobble and all that. Here's the entrance to the mine. Sal, I want you to know this is not the final form. Eventually, at some point, what we're going to do is give this a really cool mine entrance around the top. And then I just put some stairs in because I don't want to walk down to jump down block by block every time. So I threw some stairs in. This is going to be another project. Maybe the same episode. I'm going to texture this. A staircase just down doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel like an entrance to a mine. So we'll do some similar features as we did like in that fountain. I like a little running water here and there, some greenery to get it looking like super cool. Alrighty. And then I haven't really done much more mining. Like I said, just kind of sorted out some supplies, got things organized, and made sure that we were ready to go for today's episode. So let me gear up and I'll let you know what project number 1 for today is. All right, guys, before we get on the road, as you can see, I'm standing next to our brand new welcome sign. Welcome to Slaytown. We got one name, it got one vote, so that is the name of our starter village, Slaytown. Thanks to the Elfinator, who quickly became a friend to me after the first video, started to make some suggestions on how I might be able to improve my recording, and so in this episode I am trying that out. It requires a couple little different things I'm not necessarily used to doing, so let me know what you think. Let me know how you think the video came down, but that is Slaytown. Now, let's get on the road. As you can see, I've got my trusty map in my hand. I want to start today's episode just doing a little exploring. I just want to go in one direction, kind of maybe out to toward the edge of the map, see what we find, see if we can gather any, unique materials, maybe find some spruce. I love spruce. Just to have around. Start filling up that inventory with materials and building stuff. So, we started in that plains, which, as you can see, is to the south of our starter house. So, I want to head north. And over the next few episodes, maybe we'll just kind of pick a direction and go into it. So in the comments, let me know, what direction are we going next time? We start with north. You ever heard that? Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, southwest. So where are we going next? Eat shredded or wheat? Corny dad joke. Check. So we're gonna scoot out this way and then explore a bit just to see if we can find anything. Maybe a village. A village would be awesome. See if I can find a village. That would be great. Okay, so we're gonna hop up here, try to get to some high ground. I probably should have shears with me. Definitely gonna kill a couple extra of these guys because we need food. I've been eating apples and stuff, so the plan today is once we finish checking out this section of the map, we're going to head back and I'm going to build a field. Because if you need food, you need animals. If you need animals, you need wheat or carrots. And to have those, you need a field. And I'm not one of these people who just plants seeds in a row out in the middle of nowhere. You'll find very quickly that if I'm going to build something, I want it to look nice. I want it to look nice, look natural. Whoa, check that out. That's interesting. A little floating island. Some flowers. You know what? Maybe since we're out here, we'll pick up some flowers. I didn't see any rose bushes around where I was. We've got those, what are those? Oxeye daisies? Light gray dye. That's mainly what I'm using flowers for. Although I do like to use, especially the double talls for different decorations. Ooh, we got some tulips. And remind me, I'll show you a trick. Well, you can't remind me until after the fact, but maybe I'll remember. I'll show you a trick with the double tall flowers too. Ooh, I wonder if we might find a beehive? That'd be nice, not too far from home. Come back when I get the silk touch, or at the very least, put a campfire underneath it. Okay. Anyway, let's stick to the mission at hand. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time grabbing like a ton of these double tall flowers, especially because you can duplicate them in the legitimate way, not the other mean way. You know what I'm talking about. You duplication devils out there. So, let's see where we're at. Almost to the northern tip. Nothing too exciting out this way, huh? Another plains biome. A little peek out there. I know we're going a little bit off course, but I really would like to see if I can find a village. And then we can do some kidnappings eventually. But it doesn't look like that's in the stars for right here. Where are we? It's all oak and birch, which is what we have right next to the home, and that's what I'm going to use for the majority of the building. I like to use the materials that are kind of like found in an area. It makes sense, you know. If some people came to this forest and started a little village, they would build stuff with the materials that are available around. However, when I build like a special building or like a really unique building, you know, that's when I'll use some stuff that's maybe a little more exotic, right? You had to travel farther to get it. But yeah, that's my philosophy there. So we're to the northern edge of the map. I'm gonna go a little bit this way just to see what I see. You'll notice I use the map because even with coordinates on, usually I'm just using coordinates to figure out what level I'm at. So I know when I'm there near diamonds, things like that. Or I'll use coordinates when I'm tunneling. If I'm building like a subway system or something like that. I'm working on a big subway system right now in the realm that I play on. And I'll use coordinates to make sure I'm digging in the right direction and when I need to make a turn or drop a few levels or go up a few levels. So that's what I mainly use coordinates for, not necessarily navigation. I like to use my maps for that. All right, so it looks, oh, I see it. I see it. Spruce. Optifine. Just kidding, I'm on Xbox. We don't have Zoom. So, there is some spruce over there. I think that adventure will be saved for the next time though, because it'll take too long to go all the way over there and go all the way back. I want spruce. Let's do it. I'm not gonna make you watch me run over there. Yay for spruce. Okie dokie, guys. Wasn't that the quickest trip to a spruce forest you've ever made? Yeah, I saved you the agony of watching me cut down spruce trees, but I ended up with almost a little over a stack of spruce wood. More importantly, got myself some saplings so that now we can have our very own spruce trees. I'm gonna put one up here so that we'll have like a landmark to look out for, a nice big double spruce tree on the top of that little mountain that was there. Awesome. All right, so now we're ready to start our project once it's daytime. Alrighty. So, as you can see, I'm standing on top of a barrel and my leg is on fire. Just kidding, it's a torch. But in this barrel contain the supplies that we will need for today's project. And like I said, today's project is a field. Okay, we'll probably start by growing a little bit of everything in this field once I gather up, and also potatoes, some carrots. For right now, it's just some seeds. This spider is going to give me some string. 2, nice. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just arm up with all the stuff we need. I'm gonna keep my sword and my axe, and everything else can go up there so that I can take all this good stuff down here with me. Perfect. So I'm thinking that we want this lovely little field to be not huge, but also like not small. I want to be able to grow a fair amount here. Ooh, the first one of the season. Hey, buddy. Wow. My trees grew quick. Awesome. All right, perfect. So outline for the field. Not too big, not too small. I'll probably end up terraforming this a bit. But let's see here. We're in relation to this. So I'm thinking, right, that there's going to be some sort of a road that kind of leads to the front of the village here. This will end up being, it's our starter house now, but I kind of figure this might be kind of like, the welcome center or the kind of gatekeeper's house, and then the village is going to be kind of back in the forest here. So if the road's going to come in kind of this way, I think it would be cool if we had, a couple of fields on either side. You're not going to have a field right in the middle of your village. Typically a farm is kind of more of an outskirts thing. So I'm going to take these logs. I decided on a pallet that I wanted to use for around my fields, because too often I see this and then wheat, and it's just a fence box. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but anybody can do that. And what I like to do is make it look nice. Remember, this is going to be like the entrance of the first village we build together. So we want this to look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to use some oak, some stripped oak logs, some oak leaves, some fences, some slabs, and I'm going to make this bad boy really, really nice looking. That is just what I like to do. I don't have much dirt. Okay, so let's just get this corner here. That should be good. I might take some of these out. That might be a little too much, but either way. That here, and we'll put that here. Okay, so this is our basic outline. Now, the reality is we're going to want these to be all double tall, like this. And then we're just going to kind of take it. We're going to imagine if it was like a curved structure. As you can see, I started it with a curve to it. So I'm just going to try to use my leaves and my fencing to continue the curve. So I like to go like diagonal here. Maybe do, let's see, maybe fence there to give it that. My main thing is I don't want mobs to be able to get in there. All right, so my blocks need to be too high, or could be one high with a slab. Main thing is I don't want mobs to be able to come jump over it, and then all the land that I till up with my hoe, the seeds pop out, turns back regular dirt, and it's a waste of space to have it be that way. So I always like to mob proof them. I mean, obviously there'll still be an entrance, but that's okay. I can always put a gate on it if it becomes a real problem. But it's just really more like a regular field would look, So I'm gonna kind of just follow this pattern all the way around, mess around with a couple of things. Maybe we can strip there, put a slab on top. Again, just give it that kind of like rustic country look. Nothing too structured, but some logs, some fences, and this. So I'm gonna finish this up and we'll see what it looks like at the end. All right, guys, so here it is. I only had 44 seeds, so that's what we get there, but no worries, we'll get that all squared away. So what do you think? This is the final design here. Like I said, nothing too crazy, just kind of a nice little countryside crop field. Probably do one like out on, kind of over where Mr. Donkey is. Another one, maybe even a few, we could do 3 or 4 of them, kind of that lead, with the road coming in between, some cool lights or pathways. Anyways, there's a ton of different options. This is kind of, like I said, just the first one. I've got all my wheat planted here. So as that grows, I'll harvest it and replant it and really get some wheat going. And then next time, maybe we'll be able to do some animal pens, or frankly, why don't you make some suggestions? There's a couple commenters, so let's keep them commenting. What do you want to see me do next time? And I'll go for that. Why not, right? On a side note, guys, just the way this fencing or border is set up, as you can see, like I said before, all of it is at least 2 blocks high or a fence. So you could even do something like this type of setup for animals too, which is pretty cool, I think. Again, for me, I just like avoiding that look of just, your regular old rectangle of fence blocks or of fence posts. So that's what I do there. Nice little entryway so that we can come in and harvest. You see here I got the water holes with the stairs in them, so you don't fall in a hole. 4 is more than enough to soak all this in. And that is just about gonna do it. All right, ladies and gents, thank you so much for checking in for episode 2 of my Let's Play series 1.16 on Xbox Bedrock Edition. This is your captain speaking. We have made our final approach to Slaytown. More specifically, the wheat field in Slaytown, where the weather is a beautiful sunny and 85 degrees. As always, we thank you for choosing J Slay Airlines for all your Minecraft needs. And remember, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. Don't matter to me. Do what you want. I would love a subscription. That would be great. Hit that subscribe button. The bell will let you know when I post a new video. Until then, fans, just remember, apple a day keeps the doctor away. I'm not hungry. It won't let me eat it. Wah. This is Jay Slay saying, have a nice day.